Ashton.
And I'm Don. We're going to be giving a review on Luke Cage, a.k.a. Power Man. For you people that are new superhero
Carl Lucas
watchers, Luke Cage was created back in the early 1970s, I want to say. And it's like Netflix is doing some real big things with these superheroes. They are leading the way. They started out with Daredevil, then they had Jessica Jones, and now they got Luke Cage, and they got another one coming up. I'm not even gonna bring that up until it's about.
Yeah, Luke Cage came out in June 1972.
Man, they ain't even know all that.
Well, I think it's important to let them know where it came from because, you know, that's back in the days when they used to do the black exploitation type shows and stuff.
Oh Lord.
Well, you gotta give an accurate. You know what I'm saying? That's back in the days where you had your Shafts and your Black Dynamites and all of that back in the day. But this is actually where it came from.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah. This is actually the start of a superhero group called the Defenders.
Right. I love this show first of all because this is the first time I feel that an African American superhero has been done right.
It's the pigeon.
And, and it's not, I'm not being racist. I'm not being, but if you look at all of the shows to date, even on the DC side, where you have Arrow, where you have the Flash, and you have all of these other shows, the black actor has always been like the sidekick character.
There's never really been a main
right
superhero character.
And even though Diggle, on Arrow is not he's not canon.
You consider that dude a superhero?
But he's actually a hero because he backs him up. He can be his own hero. Because if you look
in jail now, okay?
Right, but if you look at his backstory, he's actually a military soldier. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Right. So I just hate the way that they're treated because they're always in that backup role when they can be so much more. Even on the Flash, even though he's not a what you call it, but
the scientist.
Iris's dad,
okay.
he could actually be more of in a more positive role than what he is. I mean, he's a cop and everything, but I would like to see him, step that role up. So Luke Cage is the first time, that they actually doing it right, except for what, Marvel is doing with the rest of the Falcon and all that stuff like that.
This guy.
But I mean, I'm just being real. I'm excited to see this. Right. Him actually being in, and for all of you people who think that is racist, this show is racist.
It is by far not.
It is by far not racist. Because if you look at all of the other heroes throughout the history, it's always been the white guy.
And this is taking place where in New York?
This is taking place in Harlem.
Harlem is mainly.
Right.
That's like if I make a show that's in Green in Chicago, you're gonna mainly see.
Right.
Black people.
Right. So I think that this is done right. I think that they brought Power Man up, from the dark ages to where he is now. Right. I mean, even in the show, you see the old the old costume with the yellow shirt and the thing on his head and everything like that. I think that was done awesomely.
Right.
Yeah.
It was man. Overall, I'm gonna give it a 10 all day.
Right. I mean, I give it a 10 also.
It was one of those shows that it moved slow, but it was good.
Right.
It kept you watching it because that hour seemed like it was like 2 or 3 hours.
Right.
But it was only an hour.
Right.
It kept you hooked like, oh man, really?
And even up to the height where it's like we wanted to know who actually Luke Cage was going to be because they had so many great actors that they had picked and chose to be Luke Cage. And when Mike Coulter came up, I really honestly didn't know who the guy was because I was voting for what's that guy's name? There was a couple other guys that I was really rooting for.
Me?
But no. Well, you actually kind of look like the guy. you actually look like Luke Cage. I know you try to be funny.
One of a kind.
But you look like the guy. But
how you know I'm not Luke Cage?
But what's that guy's name, man? It's off of
Beavis and Butthead?
No, not Beavis and Butthead. We'll go back to it. But let's go through the cast because the cast is awesome. The cast is really amazing. We got Mike Coulter as Luke Cage. You have Simone Cook as Misty Knight. she actually is a great actress, and I would love to see her in other roles.
And Misty Knight actually has her own comic book.
Right.
I'm not going. Y'all need to get
Right.
into that if y'all actually want to know.
Right.
Let's get into the backdrop of certain things before you sit back. And
Right. This guy, the guy that played Cottonmouth, I hope I say his name right, is Mahershala Ali. Man, this guy is powerful. Not only in this role, but everything that he starred in, he's been a powerful actor. I'm talking about he has range as an actor, and he can actually go higher. I was upset that they killed him.
Yeah, they should. That's the
Oh
only
my
downfall. They shouldn't have killed him.
Right.
He played that role,
He played it.
and he actually made the majority of the show.
Right. Theo Rossi, of course, he was Shades. Everything that he's played in. Even though they have been minor roles or whatever, he's awesome in the roles. Alfre Woodard, what can you say about her? Black Mariah in the comic books is a beast. if you need to take some time to go back and read those comic books about Black Mariah, you'll understand. And I think it was fitting that if somebody was going to kill Cottonmouth, it would be her. Frank Whaley, also another awesome actor that's been acting for a long time. Sanaya Braga, never seen her really before in movies and stuff. Rosario Dawson, of course, we've seen her in everything. She's like, man, she's Comic Con. She's always at Comic Con.
That's my second baby mama.
But she's an amazing.
Oh, my wife ain't watching this.
She's an amazing actress and stuff. Ron Cephas Jones, he's an old actor from back in the day. You know what I'm saying? If you actually look on his IMDb, you see all the roles that he's played in. And Jaden Kane, who played Zip, also another great actor. So the cast is really set, and even from the beginning of the show, man, it's built the soundtrack. If you love hip hop, R&B, like old funk, it has all of that in it. Jazz, it has all of that in it.
Yeah.
Even from the way that Cottonmouth Club was set up, it was set up like an old classy club.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
It didn't skip a beat at all.
Right.
Everything was in sync to the next. It didn't have a long pause from a show like, oh man, this is boring.
Right.
What's gonna happen next? It was great, outstanding.
And I'm hoping when they do the Defenders that they don't minimize his role in the Defenders, because Luke Cage is right. He's the glue that actually holds the Defenders together. Even though Iron Fist is of course, they're going to always say that Iron Fist is stronger than Luke Cage. But I beg to differ. But Iron Fist is of course, I guess you could say the leader of them. But what I'd like to see them implement into Luke Cage, hopefully he gets a second season. I was hoping that they could actually bring, what's her name, into it? The girl he married?
Her?
No, not her. Jessica Jones. I'm sorry, man. I should have known that, because in the comics they're together. They have kids. They have a family.
So, and the people didn't really pay attention to who he was.
Right.
In her show.
Right. Because the show was all about her. Even though he had his little moments in the show.
Yeah.
The show was all about her. So that's why I'm glad that they did this, so they can put the focus on Luke Cage and actually bring a real superhero, a real black superhero to, I hate to say it, but the African American kids. Because me growing up, who do I have to look up to? Superman, Batman, Spider-Man, all of them and stuff like that. Until, but everybody really didn't pay attention to Luke Cage and Black Panther and all this stuff like that.
They used to sing him.
Right.
The other one,
Right. So we're not trying to be racist.
No,
we're just saying
we're not doing that.
Right, we're not doing that because
Look, that's white right there. I'm just joking.
So we're just trying to say that it's good to see an African American stand up and actually be the hero. Now, even what they're doing with they've been doing with the Falcon. The Falcon right now, even though Captain America has came back, the Falcon is still Captain America. Okay.
Oh yeah.
So that's good, but it's just like in the Marvel movies now, and I know it's like the beginning of all the movies or whatever. I'd like to see, there be a black hero that people can look up to.
Yeah, the Falcon is like Robin.
Pretty much. Because you got him, then you got War Machine. Okay.
Yeah, it's just like Robin.
You know, War Machine. You never really see War Machine in any of the movies except for Iron Man movies. You know what I'm saying? And then when you see him very minimal. You know, he has a minimal role. You know, even with the this Avenger movie, that just it's exhausting. So which is good to see Luke Cage.
Yeah, buddy.
So what you think of the first season?
Man, I think I already said it though, man. It was like overall, it was like a 10-10 all day from the time that he was in jail and how he got his powers when he got out of working in the barbershop, you know. Mm-hmm. And he didn't really want to deal with what he had going on inside his powers because he was like, man, I'm hiding out. I don't want to deal with this or that. Who am I to sit back and defend something? And like, I'm a nobody. That's what you got the police for.
Right.
Just leave me be. He just wanted to be leveled off.
Right. I think it actually mirrored the Peter Parker story also because you know Pops was like Peter Parker's uncle to him. You know, pretty much the one that kept him grounded. You know, pretty much.
Business, but yeah,
Uncle
I
Ben.
give you that. I give you that.
Yeah. So Pops was kind of like Uncle Ben.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? In order to keep him grounded, you know, and have to say, look, you got all of this, and you can't keep hiding in the shadows. You know, when you have all of this, you know, power that you can actually help people with.
Yeah.
You know, so I think that was a good contrast.
Yeah, it had a lot of hidden messages in it because that can pertain to like, hey, you know, a lot of people out there that got stuff inside of them that can instill on the younger generations.
Right.
Instead of them just pouring on to them, they just watch young people do foolish things.
Right.
But anyway, that's we on this movie thing, so
right.
Let's get it cracking.
Right. What movie thing?
Oh, the review. Luke, my man Cage.
Well, we're reviewing it right now.
Okay, my bad, brother.
We just gonna do the trailer. We'll just do the trailer because we binge watched the whole season. Okay, and that's one thing about Netflix, man. It's like
when you put everything.
They put the whole season out there, and it's like you don't want to finish it, you know, but
you gonna finish.
But you gonna finish it, and you're gonna do it within the next, couple of days. So that's what I enjoy about it, man. You know, but that's just like, man, now you gotta wait a year to see Heat.
Yeah, that's the part. You cannot leave it up to the fans to sit there and watch the show a week.
Right, yeah.
You can't do that.
Right.
Especially if it's good like that.
Right. Marco Polo was excellent. I love Marco Polo.
Oh, man. That's another topic.
Jessica Jones. I love Jessica Jones because it was awesome. It was gritty. And, man, Luke Cage was awesome. And it all stemmed, well, not Marco Polo, but it all stemmed from Daredevil, which is awesome. Daredevil. Oh my God, I love that show. I love it. I love it. So I'm hoping and I'm praying that they do Iron Fist. I'm hoping to do Iron Fist some justice because that's one of my favorite characters also. And I hopefully, when they tie it all together, it's real good.
I just hope they keep the momentum going because they've been like
knocking it out of the park, man.
It's been 10s on all of them.
Right. I mean, it's even 10s when they redid the Voltron.
Yes.
That's
Netflix is doing big things, man.
Right. So Netflix is really killing them networks right now.
Yes.
So, what are you looking forward to the future, man?
Man, I'm looking forward to the Defenders, man.
Yeah.
I want to see them all work together. I want to see how that's going to play. First, Iron Fist, he's coming out, so
yeah.
I'm just hoping and praying that comes out to be what it is.
Right.
A 10 all day. You
Yeah.
gotta follow suit.
Yeah. Got to.
It's like, hey, just don't let us down.
Right.
Don't let us down, Netflix.
Yeah. And like I said, if you like a gritty show, if you like a show, that actually has a message to it, if you like a show that you can actually sit down with your kids and be like, hey, this is actually a pretty good show. It's a good show that, and like I said, like hey, son, this is one of the heroes that I grew up with, somebody that I can, relate to because he's actually grounded. Regardless of all of that prison stuff that happened at the beginning of it, because like I said, that's all history. He was a good man that was wrongfully accused. He was sent to jail for a crime that he didn't commit, and then in order to get out, he had to be experimented on to get out. And so, you know, Carl Lucas became Luke Cage. So, AKA Power Man. and which I thought was awesome because they actually said Power Man in the show. So they actually gave him, they actually gave him his name in the show. So I think it's gonna be good, man.
What you rate it though, man?
Oh man, that's 10, man.
Oh,
That's I can't even say it's like.
and we're not saying that because it's a black character. Don't. It's a 10 all day.
I'm saying that it had a great story. I'm saying it had a great. It's got great actors. I really like Shades. Shades is like, he's one of the guys that.
You should call him Sneaks.
Right. You can tell that he wants power. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But it's a way to do it with your mind instead of doing it like just like he did with Black Mariah. He actually used her in order to take
He's playing chess.
Right.
That's what he was doing.
In order to take Cottonmouth out, he had to use Black Mariah in order to do that, and so he accomplished what he had to accomplish. So now, didn't he get the club?
I think so.
I think he got the club, and so.
Right.
Yeah, so I like the way everything is going. I like the flow of it,
Yeah.
So you can end it.
Anyway, if you guys give us that thumbs up, subscribe, leave a comment below to let us know what you guys want to hear, know, or whatever.
Right.
You got anything else?
No, I've said enough.
This is Andy Reviews, and we are